Good morning everyone. Well, as promised, today I'm going to check my homemade perique and see what's going on. So yeah, give you a rundown of the ghetto style perique rig, as it were. Okay, let's go. Here it is. So we have the jack. It's on a plank of wood. If you see under there, here is a steel sheet, just a bit of steel, a couple of webbing straps that go under the plank. This bottom part here is where the tobacco is, and this is the top of the press. And basically I've filled this full of concrete to give it some solidity and a bit of weight. And yeah, this is just to pack out the webbing straps. Alright, so I'm going to let this down and see what happens. Okay, I think it's going to be a two-hand job, so hang on that. Okay, so I'm going to let that sit for an hour or two now, just so the tobacco can absorb any juices. Now it's not under pressure. The reason I put it on top of the jack here, if you had a bottle jack, you could probably do it in reverse and have this on the bottom. But with these trolley jacks, when you I found when you pump it up, it doesn't. The pressure's not even between the back wheels and the front wheels. It tends to push the point of pressures here, and so it pushes it down, not square. It will push one side down further than the other. But doing it this way, with the steel plate and on top, it's an even push, so it stays square in the mould. So yeah, I'm going to give that a few hours. Actually, truth be told, I need the jack because I've got a problem with my van and the back brakes keep seizing on and I need to go out. So I'm going to take the jack with me, so it's a good opportunity. And then when I get back, I'll take this apart and we can see what's going on. Okie dokie. So there's a bit of a close-up here. So the bottom half is basically one of these. It's been cut down. I have some brown tape on there because it's really difficult to separate the two halves after being under pressure. So I've actually put a split in the plastic here so it's easier to separate. And so when I put it back together, I put some tape round just to hold its form. I'm going to go ahead and separate these and we can check out the contents. Okay, so back into the trusty tub because it's a bit messy now. Underneath the pressing part, I've just cut down a lid of one of these old tobacco tubs just to even out the pressure a bit. Now this has been in there about a month. It feels pretty dry, but it's not at all actually. It's because it's re-soaked up all the moisture. So that into the tub, get rid of the, yeah, you can see this is just 2 sheets of polythene. It's not polythene, it's polypropylene, it's food grade. In the bottom of there I've just got a bit of newspaper just to stop any of the sharp bits of the moulding splitting the polythene. So we can get rid of that. Now, I've been doing this is about a month into the process, so I've actually been doing this every week. I'll probably have to use 2 hands, but I just start separating the leaves so they can oxidise. Yeah, it definitely smells like a fermentation's going on. It's not unpleasant. Yeah, it's not an unpleasant smell. Very difficult to describe. Slightly like silage. Yeah, it's just a very organic fermentation smell. Right, I'm going to use 2 hands to separate this and come back to you then. Well, That's all broken up, and as you can see, there's a fair amount of tobacco here. I forget exactly. I think there's like 700 grams or 800 grams. Pull back a bit. Yeah, these are actually oriental leaves, Samsun, I think how you pronounce it, just because that's all that I had in the cupboard when I started this, but I think any sort of air cured will do, so it'll be interesting to see how it turns out. From what I can gather, I've been doing this every week, separating the leaves, opening them out. This is to help mix the fermentation. There's going to be hot spots in there where there's more bacterial and microbial activity than other spots. So this kind of it's like kneading bread, I guess. It's spreading the elements that are making the fermentation more evenly through the leaves, and also it probably helps a bit with moisture, so it's more homogenized. Now this is from what I can put together, this is about a 3-month process, and this is 1 month in. The first week, nothing really was happening. The second week, yeah, this fermentation smell started. And like I say, this is the 4th week now. And from what I can gather, now I only separate this once a month now, and I just have to make sure that there's still a water trap above it in the press to stop any mould. But yeah, it seems to be working well. There's no signs of mould, and there's definitely something going on. The smell's definitely changing, and yeah, it's going to be I've never done this before, so it's going to be interesting to see taste the final results. Okay, well, I think it's time to start repacking it in. So yeah, I'll try and get a better camera angle, and I'll show you the process. Yeah, this is the purpose for the tape. You can see here, I actually had to put a split in the plastic so I can actually physically get the top part back out. So now I'm just wrapping some tape round just to give it some structural integrity. Yeah. Okay, so when I put this back in, I do it layer by layer, and each layer just give it a mist. I mean, it doesn't have to be sitting in a swimming pool of water, because when it presses down, most of the water gets pushed up the sides. But yeah, so, and then yeah, just another couple of handfuls just to loosely get it in there, and another mist. Well, I'm going to carry on packing this up to the top, and yeah, we'll resume when it's all filled up. Okay, so it's all assembled again. I mean, the concrete in here just gives it something to push against. Apologies for the choice of book. It's not mine. Honest. Yeah, if I give it a couple of pumps now, because you don't want it. It's not like you're pressing a flake. It's just to keep the tobacco under pressure a little bit and under the water. Slowly cranking it up. Yeah, you can see there's some along here now. If you can see that, we've got liquid. And so I'm not going to put any more pressure on that today, because I want the leaves to absorb the liquid rather than just push them out, push it all out dry. Let's have a look around the back edge. Same thing. If I push, you can see there's some liquid coming up, which kind of means all the tobacco's trapped under the water. And yeah, like I say, over the next few days, I'll just give it another couple of pumps, and then yeah, come back to it in some time. Well, that's that all over for the day, and tobacco chores done. Just making my little Dr. Plum bulldog I got from a local Bracant junk shop, I guess, flea market. Yeah, it's a great little pipe actually. I think I paid like €3 or €4 for it. Give it a clean up, a bit of a polish. But yeah, it's a great little work pipe, really reliable, you know. Well, thanks for your time. I hope that's been of some value to you. Yeah, apologies for the pretty bad photography quality and all that, but hey, you know, if we could afford HD cameras and stuff, we could afford Davidoff flake tobacco, and we wouldn't have to be doing this homemade tobacco malarkey. Anyway, it's good fun, keeps me out of trouble. Anyway, thanks for your time, and yeah, until the next project, which actually getting a bit excited about. Some of the stuff's here. I'm building a tobacco kiln to sweat and ferment the tobacco for a couple of months. So that's going to be quite exciting. I've got an old refrigerator to use as the container. The heat mats arrived to keep it up to like the 40-50 degrees needed, and I'm just waiting for the thermostat in the post, and yeah, that's going to be the next project. So yeah, if I don't see you before then yeah, that will be the next one. Okay, well, thanks again, and take care, happy smoking, and yeah, catch you guys soon.